This is Hyderabad Chicken Dum Biryani. Okay, here I have about 3 medium-sized onions which I've sliced up thinly. Okay, we'll need to fry these to make fried onions. Now, use a decent amount of oil and heat up the oil and fry all these onions. You need to fry this slowly until it's golden brown. Now, I will show you as we go along. Okay, once it reaches this color, you can take it out. It will brown even further after you take it out. Okay, so get it out, put it on a kitchen towel. And it will crisp up as it cools down. So this is how it is after it starts getting cool. It will be nice and crunchy, okay? And it's sweet and delicious. Now, this oil that is balanced, don't throw it away because you're going to use it to cook the chicken. Okay, here is a handful of mint leaves and a handful of coriander leaves. Now, put them all together, just the leaves, don't forget. Just put them all together and just roughly chop them up. Okay, you just want to give them a rough chop because you're going to use this for the marination and cooking of the rice. Okay, so now we have to marinate the chicken. Now, this is 1 green chili which I've chopped up finely. Okay, add that in. This is about almost 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. Then you will need Garam Masala. Use 1 heaping teaspoon. Chili powder, about 1.5 teaspoon. Then you will need lime juice, okay? Just a dash of lime juice, not too much, okay? Just about a teaspoon will be enough. You can use lemon juice too if you want. Okay. And then you will need turmeric. Turmeric just a little bit as always, just maybe a 1/4 of a teaspoon. Okay. Then you will need about 1 handful of this mixture of coriander and mint leaves. Just take about 1 handful, that amount. Okay, add that in. This balance you can use when you're cooking the rice. Okay. And then you will need the fried onions. Now for the fried onions, also about a handful. Okay, a good handful. Now before you put it in, crush it in your hand. Crush it and put it in. Okay, I messed up on the video a little bit because I didn't show you. I was adding about 2 tablespoons of yogurt. Mix it all up, and then after mixing, last add in about 1 full tablespoon of ghee and mix it together. After you have mixed it thoroughly, then keep it aside. Okay, use a nice big pot. First of all, add in 2 to 3 tablespoons of the oil that you use to fry the onions first. Okay, heat it up, then add in 1 tablespoon of ghee. Okay, let the ghee dissolve and just get your chicken ready. Okay, because once it dissolves, then you can add in your chicken. Now once the oil has heated up and the ghee has melted, turn your fire up. Turn your fire up to medium-high heat. Okay, make sure it's at medium-high heat. Then add in your chicken. Now cook this chicken on medium-high heat for about 5 minutes. This process that you're doing actually helps to cook the spices that you have added into the chicken. And it will also help the chicken to brown a little bit. So cook it down nicely for about everything. Make sure you add in whatever spices there is. Keep mixing this as you cook it. Okay, it has been cooking for about 4 minutes on high heat. Now just add in about half a cup of water, or maybe even lesser. You just want everything to get mixed nicely. Yeah, half a cup of water will be sufficient. Okay, now once you add in the water, turn your heat to low heat. To medium-low heat, and just let this cook slowly. Okay, I've been covering it and cooking it for a while to make sure that the chicken gets cooked. I've added in a little salt. Now remember this, do not add too much salt because the rice is going to be flavored too and it will have salt also. So do not add too much salt. Now if you think that there's too much oil when it's cooked already, you can skim out the oil if you want. Okay, so just let this cook until it's about 70 to 80%. When the chicken is 70 to 80% cooked, then you can turn it off. So now that the oil has already started separating from the spices, you can open the cover. Now is the time where you can just slowly cook it and let it get thicker and thicker until it is to the level that you want. It must have some gravy, but it has to be a thick gravy. Swirling the pan every now and then to make sure everything is mixed well. We added only a pinch of salt and the gravy now is thick enough. Okay, so at this stage, that is thick enough. Turn all the chicken parts to the bone facing down. Okay, then switch off the flame and set it aside. Okay, now is for the rice. Now this is Basmati rice. I've washed it a few times and I've left it soaking in water for about an hour. Okay, now you will need these spices. Cumin seeds, about 1 teaspoon. Cinnamon stick, okay, cloves, about 4, and cardamom, about 3. So you will need to boil some water, add 2 tablespoons of oil in it, and all the spices, and wait for it to come to a boil. Okay, I've added the oil into the water. Add all your spices in. And add about 2 teaspoonfuls of salt. Now this is a very, very important part. The water must taste of salt when it starts to boil. If it doesn't taste of salt, your rice is going to taste bland. Okay, the water is boiling already. So now you can add in your rice. Okay, don't put in the water, just add in your rice. I'm using only 3 cups of rice. So it's not that much, it's only for 2 of us. So add in all your rice and let the water boil again. Now what you're going to do here is basically you're going to cook this rice until it's about 70 to 80% cooked. Okay, that's all. So once all the rice is in, give it a good stir so that the oil and the spices get in between the rice. And then let it cook. You can test it every now and then to make sure that it reaches about 70% cooked. Okay, it has been boiling for a while, and I've been testing the rice every now and then, and it's about 70% cooked now. How to tell whether it's 70% cooked? Take it out like that. Take a grain and just pinch it. You will see that it's easier to break than before. Okay, once it's easier to break, that means it's 70% cooked. Okay, so now once this is done, take it off the fire. Okay, you will need a flat pan, okay, or a frying pan that can fit your pot. Put it down on there and then put your pot of curry on top. Okay, once you've done this, now you need to put the rice onto the curry. Okay, so put it close by. Now if you want to remove the spices on the top, it's up to you. For me, I just don't remove them. Just strain the water out and just sprinkle the rice on top. Keep doing this until everything is covered. Now normally for biryani dum, they will do layers, meaning they will put a layer of rice and then they will put all the whatever dressings you want, and then you carry on with the rice again. Now because I'm using only 3 cups of rice, I will not be doing this. Okay, I put all the rice in already. So now make sure your pot is level, and then you can sprinkle some fried onions, not too much. Okay, this will add a very nice color to the rice when it's done. Then you add in your mixture of coriander leaf and mint leaf. Okay, sprinkle on top. Not too much again. You just want the flavor in there. Okay. Next, you add in some rose water. Now, don't add too much rose water. I'm just going to add in just this small capful. Okay, just sprinkle it all around. Okay, that's it. And then add this coloring. Okay, this actually by right you use milk with some saffron. Okay, but for my case I use coloring with milk. So just sprinkle around so that the rice will have a nice color when it's done. Now don't put too much, don't overdo it, okay? You just want some color on the rice, that's it. Okay. Then you need to add some ghee on the rice. Okay, just a little bit ghee here and there, a few dollops here and there. Okay, I put $4. That's about one teaspoonful. Okay, and last of all, put some garam masala at the top. Just a pinch will be sufficient. Just sprinkle it on the top. Okay, that's all you have to do. Okay, so before you cover this, take a foil and put on top. Put on top and then put your cover down. Now press your cover in so that it becomes airtight. Okay, the steam cannot go out. Now once you've done this, next is to turn on the fire. Okay, what you need to do is cook it on high flame for about 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, turn it to the lowest level flame and leave it cooking for 30 minutes. Okay? Okay, this has been on the fire now for half an hour. So I'm going to open it up and test the rice first. Okay, there you go. It looks good. Okay, let's taste the rice and see how it is. Okay, now that it's done, turn off the fire and keep it closed without the foil for another 15 minutes. This is Hyderabad Chicken Dum Biryani. Okay, so here it is, Hyderabad Chicken Dum Biryani with acar timun, masala egg and papadum. Now can cekik, can wallap. Bye everybody.